So China has released this AI Plus plan. It's not just AI, it's AI Plus. Plus what? Plus everything. This is a really comprehensive report. I translated it and I got the sense that they want AI to be a leading component of everything in China, from their public governments to their social services to running their industry. They are going all in. And they have a 10-year timeline for this plan. By 2027, they want 70% penetration of these intelligent terminals in different parts of China. And by 2030, this will jump up to 90% penetration in industry. It's translating it from Chinese. I can't get too specific about what they exactly mean by this, but we'll speculate in today's report. Also very important is this aspect of these intelligent terminals, which can connect to any service in the country. They call it universal connectivity. So what is that? This universal terminal could be in a phone. It could be in a smartwatch or a wearable. It could be in a computer. It could be a panel on a smart home. It could be a panel in a car. And what it seems like is this one single terminal can get you connected to any social service in China, whether that's the police, whether that's news or entertainment, whether that's your social security. And so all of these things will be integrated, or at least AI will be integrated into these intelligent terminals, and they want to spread these throughout China. They looked at 6 different areas where AI could help in China. The first one is to accelerate their scientific discovery process, and their focus is on developing large AI models and data sets. So continuing to refine and improve the quality of those data sets, and then upgrade the research and technology infrastructure to support AI. Now, the second area is industrial development, where they want other factories to be smart factories. Everything from the machinery to the vehicles in operation, all of these will be connected to an AI, and AI might be able to oversee the production planning and operations of these facilities. Now that'll be interesting because it'll be one system, this AI system, having top level control. Now it's kind of unclear where they're going to reach that, or what that 70% goal by 2027, what does it actually mean? It's a very high level report, but you do see this is impacting every sector in China. Now I thought this was interesting, and under the industrial development for agriculture, they're going to use AI applications for things like planting and breeding. So now the demand for pork in the country could drive how much each individual farm is breeding their pigs, and that's really, really interesting to have smart farm infrastructure controlled by AI so it can do these things. It's a really ambitious task. Not just the machinery at the farms, but the drones and robots to help out with these sorts of things. Oh man. It's really not giving me a good feeling if they're going to highly optimize their agriculture, and then what happens to all the other agriculture, or is agriculture going to be required to run under this AI system? After all, if it didn't, it wouldn't be optimized. Now, another section of the report is consumption quality, which is how people interact and work with AI applications. This is kind of mentioned throughout the report. AI and human collaboration, from anything from entertainment to education to receiving services, to try and improve how people consume AI. Interestingly enough, people's welfare was a major section in the report. Of course, you got to sell this massive project, and even though AI will replace a lot of jobs, they want to use AI to create and empower existing jobs, develop new ways for AIs and humans to collaborate. So intelligent agents will be everywhere. This is something that's also echoed in their section on education, where they want all schools and all educational systems to be using AI with interactive agents and testing, that kind of stuff, where there have been times in the past where AI has been helpful to learn, but to impose this on everyone at schools seems a little disturbing. It seems a little disturbing that you could have a data set for here's what people need to be educated here's what people need to learn, and then be able to change that all at once and have that reflect in all the AI models that people use. Seems like a way to centralize control of information further. Now, China has made plans for how they're going to use AI in governance, and I thought this was interesting. Quote unquote, they'll conduct in-depth social experiments, AI social experiments. What does that mean? I don't know. Maybe it's experimenting the types of knowledge or AI services people have access to, and then comparing them to people without AI, and seeing what the quality of life or what the results they want to achieve, how they differ between the two groups. There's also going to use AI to demand identification. For demand identification, not to demand identification. So that's like if someone is asking for fire services in an area, over time that will train the AI model to give a recommendation or even implement more fire safety systems in that area, right? So whatever the government services is, these intelligent terminals will be used to feed the demand so they know where to focus their efforts. They also talked about this public security governance system that not only governs natural persons, as it did already in China, at least that's what the government wants, but digital person and robots, so that if a law is passed, people can take it on their own record to read the law and to follow it, to not follow it. But these digital persons, these AI agents or robots, that's a programmatic change to update the law and have that flow into how these AI agents and intelligent terminals interact. So one update, all the devices, all the intelligent terminals in the entire country, which reminds me similarly to the network blast concept that I've been talking about, releasing an update at once and changing how society works. This is what's going to happen to the second most populous country at about 1.4 billion people. There's also disaster prevention and global cooperation. And this is interesting. China wants to work with the rest of the world and support the United Nations in playing a global role, leading AI governance and collaborating with other countries. Not only that, they don't want to keep all the goodies for themselves. They want to spread it to other countries like the global south and ensure that these countries have the capacity to build AI without all the tech that China has access to. So in the technology area of the report, they want to focus on specific industries like biomanufacturing, quantum technology, and 6G. For those of you paying attention to the nanotech issue, that's definitely going to scare some people. 6G kind of makes sense. They're going to need more throughput for the way they communicate with these smart robots and devices that are going to be connected all the time and also feeding back data to this AI system. Under philosophy and social science, they'll be focusing on human-machine collaborative models and study the impacts of AI and human cognition and ethical norms. Yeah, I mean, I think we already know the answer to this one. It'll be interesting to see if they try to adapt it. Definitely without guardrails, I've seen that AI has taken away people's power to research and critically think things. So maybe that's what China wants in this case. Hey, if we do a really good job on a solid set of information that we agree on, it doesn't matter if that's what the AI agent reference, because that's what we agreed the information should contain. There's a lot of aspects for business as well, and so yeah, it's crazy to see such an in-depth and impactful plan to every single sector in the country. China has taken the lead in an AI report like this. I haven't seen anything as thorough from another country, but it's a little bit scary because we all know how China's social credit system is already engineered. When you walk outside of your neighborhood, there's at least during the pandemic, we saw that you had to scan your vaccine passport. So to now take these intelligent terminals and to add more features onto them, on one hand, it's more convenient. On the other hand, they are going to have even more information and be able to impact and influence even more aspects of other people's lives.